Hello, Craigster, back to talk about the Avatar set that was revealed at LegoCon. Yes, it's been a while since LegoCon, but I wanted to wait a bit because there were so many other hype sets that were out before I delved in to the world of Avatar. Now, I think when people first heard that they were making sets on Avatar, they've done Avatar The Last Airbender before, there was a bit of confusion. I think people wanted that theme brought back, and just the fact that Avatar is quite an old film, and the sequels were delayed. People never thought they was actually going to get made. It's kind of lost a lot of interest for some people. They were like, Avatar? Really? Lego are doing Avatar? So yeah, for me, I was really pleased because I love Avatar and I loved what the film did, and I'll talk about that a bit more in detail. I also got to go to Animal Kingdom in Orlando recently to the Avatar Pandora world, and it was just like amazing. I've wanted to do a Pandora MOC of my own creation for quite a while now, and I've been stockpiling parts for it. Probably, good 7 or 8 years I've wanted to do one. I think probably when I got the full-on director's cut on Blu-ray, I wanted to do one, but it's just never going to work without the minifigures. And obviously, Lego have addressed that issue. Now, I always thought if they finally got around to do a sequel, somebody would do custom minifigures. But no need to, because Lego have done it. So we'll be able to have a look at this one set that they've revealed so far that you were able to pre-order now as well, which I didn't realise, because if it was pre-order on double VIP points day, I probably would have done. Anyway, 2009, Avatar, the film, it was a big thing back then. It did quite well at the box office, as in it was the highest grossing movie worldwide ever. It dropped off a little bit when Endgame came out and then recouped its title after a re-release in China, I think, which is pretty good for a film that was made in 2009. Now, a lot of criticism is that, yes, it's an old film and the storyline is very much one that is very predictable, very samey. It's obviously, got the plays on the destroying the planet, possibly, when exploration to other countries has happened where mainly the white man or white ethnicity group have been and gone somewhere else, and has that kind of undertone, I would say, is probably the right terminology to use there, because it's not just happened sort of in some parts of the world more than others. It's happened all over the world. There is some parallels to there, and like I said, the environmentally impact on what we do, the carbon footprint, the rainforest, all those kind of things are brought into all this storyline that kind of can be a little bit off-putting to those. There's people have their different opinions on it. And I think at the time, clearly it was a popular film. It obviously revolutionized 3D and motion capture that's been used moving forward, particularly the motion capture stuff's been used forward. So thanks to motion capture that was developed on this, that James Cameron, who's the director, has developed on lots of films that he's worked on, that's also had an impact on the movie industry and how the motion capture, things for the Marvel universe are all off the back of Star Wars, Disney, all those kind of things have all gained an advantage from it. So me personally, as a standalone film, I still think it's one of the best films. Now, I'm a Star Wars fan. I watched all the Star Wars films. I like Star Trek. I like the Marvel stuff and sci-fi in general, but this was something different at the time, and I was like, I'm not touching Avatar. I'm not going to see Avatar. I think I went on the re-release in the cinema, and it totally changed my mind, and now he's one of my all-time favorite films for lots of different reasons, and I think this set's probably going to explain some of the reasons why. So if we go like this, get rid of me in the silly blue suit, we can actually have a look at the set and we can talk about it. So this is from the original 2009 film. So it is the Toruk Makto, the Tree of Souls. The Toruk Makto is this creature here, or Death from Above. The Tree of Souls is a spiritual home of Ewa, the Navi, which the little blue dudes worship, and there's a connection between almost like a Mother Nature thing, but almost a digital connection thing, because they can actually plug themselves in. So there's a little bit of that element to it as well. First and foremost, that's the box art. The box art is fantastic. It's clearly obvious to what it is. They've obviously done some decent graphics work across the board with this to really sell the set. I love the two Lego Navi characters on the right hand side as well. Yeah, it's got the little like spirits of Awa flying around, the little almost like dandelion clock type things that glow flying around. And then they've basically packaged it up with some play features, as in the Toruk Makto can sit on top of here. You've got the dire horse, or the keel, I think they call it, the official name, which is a great moulding piece. Again, goes back to the conversations we had about, will Lego ever do a go? And the question is yes, if they really want to, they will, because if they can make that mold, they can make anything. We'll have a look at the minifigures in a little bit. We'll talk mainly about the pieces. There are recolors of pieces. There are glow in the dark pieces. That's, if anyone's seen the film, they'll understand that at night it becomes luminescent, does Pandora, and things glow, and when you touch them, they do certain things, which makes the film itself visually stunning from that point of view, from an immersion into a world that's unlike any other, which is James Cameron's vision, really, that I respect, because as a filmmaker, you can't argue with his record of what films he's made and push the envelope between what can be made and the storytelling and, again, the visual effects, the way it looks. I'm not a fan of Titanic, but I've got to admit it's a really, really good film. But my favourite films are like The Abyss, Aliens, Terminator 2. He's done some like really high quality films that have done really well at the box office. There you can see they've managed to pose this thing on top of that, so that's kind of a feature that you can it will stay on that little stand and then it can be displayed. So again, they're kind of combining that, the play set and display piece, which I appreciate because I'm more into the play set stuff. But although I like play sets, I don't actually play with them, and they do end up getting displayed. I just like the fact that it's a toy that's being displayed and not a purpose-built one. Close-up of, obviously, they've done, Ninjago dragons and various other things. They've just copied some of the techniques that they've used in that and added to it with the molded headpiece here. They've got the new little whip elements which allow the connection points, which is the way of being able to plug in and become one with the animal or bird or creature that they're riding. There's a scene here where they've got the vines of Ewa wrapped up, which again happens in the movie. Again, these look like really nice coloured pieces that we haven't had before, that I'm really looking forward to getting. You can see there the Toruk Makto's face and the way he's plugged in with his hairpiece, which again is accurate to the story in the film and is really, really clever how they've done that. And then onto the minifigures. So we've got the tall legs. We all know these will come from the Woody figure that they've done with, and the tall arms. They've done a whole new head mold piece. One of the few minifigures that actually has a nose. Beautiful printing. I'm all about the figures. These figures are going to make the MOC that I want to do really work. I know people looked at them, they don't quite like them, they don't like the ears, they don't like this, that, and the other. I think for the subject matter and having to do it in Lego, I can't personally ask for more than what they've achieved here. It's probably above my expectations of what they would do. Obviously, the dire horse looks just fabulous, and people are going to want want those, just because of how different it looks having the 4 hooves to the front rather than the 2. Some nice scenery as well that they've pictured here, and 4 minifigures, a dire horse. It's a decent sized set. This thing is pretty big when the wings are out, and I think these are meant to be like a foil type material. I think we have had foil type material before, but the way they describe it is slightly differently on here. But yeah, 49 centimeters across, 27 centimeters, in height is pretty impressive. Back of the box, more of the same things we've been looking at. Again, great artwork. Visually looks nice. Got some lifestyle photos, Lego's legendary lifestyle photos now, but he's showing a kid playing with it. Again, putting some perspective into the size. I'm really not sure what's going on here, but there's quite a lot of stuff there. There's quite a lot of playset value there. And again, looking here, you would hope there would, because this is not a cheap set. Again, we're back to the Lego premium product. We've got it. It's $129.99 in the UK. That's a substantial set. That to me, when it hits that, is almost birthday, Christmas present type set, not a like a pocket money saving up type set. It's a decent value, decent priced outlay for a set. So yeah, I'm not saying it's overpriced, because it's difficult to judge with the amount of specialized pieces and molds in here. That if could they have done it any cheaper? I'm sure people would say 1,212 pieces plus the 4 minifigures of the dire horse. I would say it's probably not far off, and we don't know how well these are going to do. We don't know how popular the market's going to be. They could get relatively decently discounted. I do think a lot of people want some of the parts, even if they don't want the figures, which is fine. Just get in touch with me. I'll quite take them off your hands. But yeah, the way the tree looks is clever. The purple vine pieces that they've used, getting them in that colour. It is a nice parts pack in terms of, especially if it's on discount in some of these colours that they've got. You could probably easily split the Toruk Makto and the figures out and sell them individually and just keep these and probably recoup most of the money you've spent on the set. So that's always an option. And we've got the little wraparound video to show. But yeah, when I saw it, I was really excited. I was really happy about that. Finally, we're getting Avatar sets. Timing is not really strange because Disney have purchased it. The second film is finally out at the end of this year. So yeah, it's not exactly going to be a surprise to anyone that Disney and Lego are cashing in again on something that they think is going to be extremely successful. Now, a lot of people have said to me, do you think the film will do well? I think it will. I think they're going to do something we haven't seen before. I know the underwater capture stop motion stuff, because this one is about underwater, which Cameron is really passionate about. I can see that being something we haven't seen on screen before. I'd like them to do some new technology with the 3D. I know people aren't a fan of it, but if it was 3D, and I'm not sure it is, there have been rumors, but we really don't know. If it is 3D without glasses, that would be awesome, because I don't like putting glasses on. But again, that comes down to whether it causes headaches and has visually issues for some people. Could it just be a normal 2D but with really good fancy motion capture underwater? Yes, it could. I think when you look at how the Marvel films recently are doing, and maybe we're crying out for something a little bit different, a little bit more story driven, that's not a superhero. It's not a reboot, because this is definitely not a reboot. It's a full on sequel to the original. Yeah, so I think it might. I think it might do well. I think it might well do well at the box office. I think there'll be a lot of people who probably think it's been a long time. Is it really that good? Um, the reviews might be like off the chart, so everybody goes, "Oh, let's go and see it," and then everyone changes their mind. But either way, whatever happens, I think the films are all green marked for the next 4 that are being made. Green marked, green lit. So for me as a fan, I am so looking forward to this, and so looking forward to building a mock. So looking forward to getting my hands on the set. October the 1st, pre-order, full price. Yes, I don't really want to, but I might because of the significance of it. There are going to be some more based off this first film, because this one is based off the first film. There are going to be sets based off the second film. So I would expect there to be a few more sets that come out, and I'll have a look at them, see what I think. Then some of them are rumored to be slightly cheaper. Yeah, so all in all, really happy about it. I think it'll be good. I think the pieces are really, really good, and I can't wait. So thanks for watching. As usual, if you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe, and if you liked anything on here, give us a thumbs up. It all helps. And if you've got any questions, or you want to point out something that I've gone completely wrong at, which normally happens, or whether you want to know anything that you might not know about Avatar and think I may be able to pass some small bits of wisdom on them, please drop a comment. I always try and respond to all my comments. And equally, give me a thumbs up if you like seeing a grown man dressed as a blue alien as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Bye.